We've all had bad eggs in our lifetime. Particularly here at Henderson, you might experience some runny eggs that don't sit right with you. I'm here to teach you how to scramble some really good eggs. I learned how to do this as well as I can now during quarantine. I would make eggs every morning, and I felt like I got pretty good at it, so that's what I'm going to teach you today. The first step here is to gather your materials. You're going to want a frying pan, mixers, some eggs, salt, butter, and a rubber spatula. And the first step in this is to crack the eggs. Crack the eggs over the countertop so as not to get the shells inside the mixer. Otherwise, you'll be eating them and have some weird crunches that you don't want. Then you're going to mix the eggs with your fork, and you're going to do it so that it's all blended together. However, you might get some little inconsistencies, which are not a big deal. Then you're going to add a block of butter to the frying pan, set it on medium to high, and spread it out. This is what your final product should look like.
Add butter to the pan. You really want to add as much butter as your conscience will allow. It makes a big difference in the flavor of the eggs and how they cook. Okay, so our butter is melted, and once it starts to foam up a little bit,
just like that. Then you're going to take a pinch of salt and sprinkle it inside the mix. As you pour it in, make sure to swirl it around a little bit so that all the salt is not in one space. This will help you so that you get the nice salty taste without over applying once they're all finished. Now we are in the cooking phase of the eggs. So this is when they're on the pan. Initially, after you pour them in, you just want to be patient for a second and let the eggs crisp up. You don't want them to, you don't want to mix them too early and have them be way too runny. The key is to keep them moving at all times. Once you see that little bit of crisp, you just start moving and moving and moving. Split them into small bits so as to not make an omelet on accident. And you're going to do that until you see just the hint of a golden brown tint on your eggs. That's about the right temperature to cook them to, and it's a clear sign that you're about done. And the final part of this is going to be the service of your eggs. My preference would be to just dump them out onto a plate, scoop them so as not to spill them all over the place. Speaking from experience here. Then apply some pepper. Don't overdo it, just as you did with the salt. You just want a little bit just for the extra, a little bit of flavor. Then get your beverage of choice. Chocolate milk, OJ, water, all of it goes well with scrambled eggs. Then you're just going to want to enjoy it with yourself or whoever else is lucky enough to eat them with you. These tips should help you to make far better scrambled eggs than you've made before. So what we've covered here is the preparation, the cooking, and the service of the eggs. These tools will help you to make some really good scrambled eggs for your peers and hopefully avoid the ones that you eat at Henderson Hall. Thank you.